Monday the 9th of September, and I'm out in the hills again. So I'm currently on a little bridge next to Lancet Reservoir, and I'm going to make my way up through Cut Gate up to hopefully Bullstones. If not Bullstones, then I'm going to go to Margery Stones. So I'll show you some views on the way. Enjoy the trip. So Angus from Angus Wild Camps always says to himself when he gets to this sign, he's at the halfway mark. In fact, it was when I watched one of his videos, he did this route and I stole it off him. So go watch his channel, I think he's quite funny. Thanks Angus. So I'm just having a sausage roll made by Mrs. Gone Wild Camping, who makes the best sausage rolls in the world. Thank you, Mrs. Gone Wild Camping. So I've made it to the top now, at the summit cairn. So going that way would take me down into the Derwent, over towards Derwent Reservoir and on to the Lady Barrow Reservoir. Go up that way now. I'm going to take a look at Margery Stones because it's quite early. Have a look there, see what the pictures are like, and then I'm going to make my way back over and go and look at Bullstones, like I said earlier, because there's a spring there, so I'll be able to filter some water. So yeah, I'm going to get myself onto Margery Stones. So I've made it to Margery Stones. It's quite a nice little area this actually, and the wind's blowing straight onto it though. If it was coming from its normal direction it would be behind the stones, which would give me some cover. But let me turn the camera around and show you. It's quite a nice pitch. So as you can see there's quite a nice area. You could get at least 3 tents on here quite happily, and then you've got the stones over there you can sit by. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just turn you back around again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit and have another of Mrs. Gone Wild Camping's sausage rolls and a boiled egg. Have 5 minutes, and I'm going to make my way over to Bullstones, which I don't know, is it half a mile, 3/4 of a mile that way. I'm going to have a look at that, see if I can get a bit more shelter from the wind, especially as hopefully there's a water spring nearby. Okay, catch you in a bit. Well, I got to Margery Stones and like you saw anyway, so I got caught in a really sharp shower, so I got absolutely soaked, and I'm quite cold. So I've bunged the tent up and I've got inside and I've stripped off all my wet clothes and I'm just having a warm up. And I'm thinking about having a cup of coffee or maybe a mochaccino. Spoil myself. Anyway, once I've warmed up, I'll venture outside because it looks like the sun's trying to poke its head out, and then I'll show you where I'm pitched. Okay. So I've treated myself to a new stove. After nearly 20 years of wild camping, I've finally gone for an alcohol stove. So here's its first test. That's lit anyway. Let's give it a go. Yeah, so I got the Transia alcohol stove, and I've got the Transia triangle to go with it as a stand and a kind of guard. Underneath it's just like a heat resistant plastic I got off Amazon, really quite cheap. I think I got a couple for about £4. And then with that I paired it up with the Alpkit Mighty 900mm titanium pot. I don't know if they still sell these because I've had this for years, but it does fit quite nicely on the Trangia triangle. Yeah, worked nicely. Here we go, we're boiling. First boil. So the sun's come out and it's got to be done. I'm drying out my pack and I'm drying out my trousers. I'm not so sure that the socks will dry out. So I'll show you around my pitch. So I've got me Durston X mid one person solid. As you all know if you've watched my previous videos, I do love this tent. It's looking quite taut. It's quite a nice pitching area this, to be fair. It's quite deceiving. It's quite lumpy, but you know it's gone up quite nicely. And it was a fair bit windier when I put it up, so yeah, a bit gusty now but not too bad. So I'll show you around inside. So in this side you got two vestibules. You're getting me shadow in, I do apologise. So in this side I've got me rucksack, and if you come around the other side, this is the side I'm currently using. It's away from the wind, so well, away from the wind as much as possible. So I'm using this to go in and out of and do my cooking. So in here I've got my food pouch, my water, my stove, a couple of alcoholic free beers to be accompanied by a little bit of whiskey. And then inside obviously I've got my pillows, my firmer rest, my quilt, and all my clothes and spare clothes and dry goods and stuff are all down the end of the tent. Yeah. So it all looks really nice now the sun's come out, got to say. view's pretty glorious. I could see over to Back Tor over there, and right in the distance I've got Winhill and then Mam Tor, and then I've got the Kinder Massive. Now all that cloud and rain's gone. It's quite nice. Anyway, good health everybody. Very nice that. It's not bad for alcohol-free beer. So that's my food bag. All sorts of goodies and stickies in there. But I think it's time for a cream of tomato soup. So let's dig that out. There it goes. That's nice. It's nice and thick as well. I'll enjoy this. And have a tomato moustache as well. So for tea I've got a real turmat meal again. I do like them. And I've got a chicken tikka masala. I'm really looking forward to this because I've had this one before and it's really, really nice. And I'm conscious I keep saying the word nice, but these are really nice. Well, cheers everybody. Curry and a beer. Can't go wrong. So I'm aware that Margery Stones is a real popular pitch site for wild campers, and there's two reasons I know that. First one is obviously you see a lot of them that make YouTube videos. You see them come here and make videos about it. The second reason I know about it is because when you come to the places where dedicated wild campers come to, there's never any litter. There's no litter around it at all. And that's because they know to look after the land that they're wild camping on. So if you come to places like this, then you need to be a positive trace wild camper. And to do that, It means you leave no trace that you've been there. It means you pick up all your litter, pick up all your rubbish, you don't damage anything, you don't set fire to anything. If you move stones or rocks, you put them back where you moved them from before you leave. The other part of being a positive trace wild camper is that you leave the place, if you can, better than when you got there. So you do that by picking other people's litter up that they've discarded, or if they've had fire pits, you try and tidy them up and make them look better than the scars on the land that they are. Take all the rubbish, the rusty cans and rubbish out, and if you can safely do that, take it home with you. And if we all do that, you know, the landowners, all land in this country is owned by somebody. I've said this a number of times. You know, they'll tolerate us and they'll allow us to do what we're doing because they know we'll look after their land. So don't forget, be a positive trace wild camper. Thanks for listening. Right, so it's quite bitter outside. It's been bitter all day actually because of the really strong winds. Anyway, so I'm back in my tent now because it's starting to go dark. I know it doesn't look it on this camera, but it is. So I'm just going to chill for a bit and then I'm going to get my head down and as we always say on our YouTube videos, if anything else happens, I'll bring you back. Other than that, good night and I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Well, that was a wild and blustery night. Oh, it's been gusting all night. Next been stood up to really well, I've got to say. I'm really impressed. Yeah, raining and blowing all night. Anyway, time to get the coffee on, get some breakfast in, pack up and then start making my way back. So, I'll see you in a bit. Enjoying this. I think I need to get a let me turn you around. I think I need to get a windshield for this. I know it's really windy at the moment, but the flames were going everywhere, so definitely think I need to get a windshield. So don't forget, be positive trace wild campers, leave no trace that you've been here, and also tidy up if there's litter that other people have left. Leave the place better than you found it. So turn you around, there you go, that's where I was pitched. I've done my sweep, I've picked up all my tent pegs, I've made sure there's no litter that I've left, it's all in my pack, and now I'm going to make the very gusty and very blowy trip back to the car. See you in a bit. So I'm only about a quarter of a mile from the car now, so I'm going to end the video here. If you've made it this far, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. And if you've got any queries or questions, drop us a comment and I'll endeavour to answer them for you. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks very much for watching. Catch you on the next one. Bye bye for now.